Hypothetically, if the lack of either wouldn't affect your health, which would you give up, sex or sleep?
Oh, I love to sleep so much.
You'll have to teach me ska dances.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Always Open. John was just teaching me how to ska dance.
I was, and you just missed it. It's so sad the cameras didn't catch me teaching her how to ska dance.
Do it again.
No, I can only do it once a day or else I overexert myself.
It's weird. He said he would demonstrate it on the show, and then he didn't. So
You didn't have the cameras rolling. Ask Bruce Green.
We'll get you next time.
Yeah.
Bruce Green?
Yeah, he's a ska boy.
It's true. It's because he's from LA.
Is it? I'm from LA. Is that what a thing? Is that L? Do they have ska in Canada?
I don't know, do they? We'll find out in a second.
I am.
Oh.
You're ruining it.
We're ruining the surprise!
Stop.
I'm your host, Barbara Dunkelman, and you already know one of our guests today.
You start talking to me. I'm John.
Hi, John. And then we got...
Elle Mills.
Yeah!
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Wow. And it's me. It's Mariel.
Merle.
I'm here again. I'm less hungover today, much more of a human.
It's true, we're all drinking.
We're all drinking
water.
water.
Hey.
Well, welcome, Miss Elle Mills.
Thank
The
you.
Canadian.
The Canadian.
We're both from the same city.
Yep.
What?
Ottawa.
Okay.
And we actually went to dinner last night to get to know you a little more. And you were like, oh yeah, I'm from Ottawa. And I was like, me too. And I've never seen someone more excited to find out that I was from Ottawa than you.
Yeah.
No one's from Ottawa. Like no one.
Wait, do you live in Ottawa? You don't-
Yes.
Do you live in Ottawa still?
Yes.
Okay. So do you have friends out there?
No, I know, but like no one out like in like this world,
Oh,
like YouTube world.
The
I'm
real
like,
world.
Like you don't expect to come to Austin, Texas and find someone else
from Ottawa. Like it's
Oh.
weird for it's usually if you grow up in Ottawa, you're stuck in Ottawa. And
Well, you two got out.
I know.
Well, you know,
Look
you didn't get out.
up.
You're still there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am still
That's
there.
the same.
Take it back.
Oh, I tripped.
Oh, it's okay.
water
You
in
get
there.
to, you get to leave
got
on
our napkins.
occasion.
I know.
That's nice.
I do travel.
They let you out every once in a while.
Working on the visa.
Working on the visa. Yeah. Visas are fun, aren't they?
I love that.
Visas, yeah. I mean, immigration in general is just a pain in the ass, but visas at least are a little bit more simple to get than a green card, which is a whole nother process.
Yeah. Not
But
excited for that.
even with visas, it's like you have to prove. There's different types of visas. Like the
you
one-
were operating under a visa.
yeah,
this whole time.
a work visa, H-1B, which is basically like your job title is related to your degree, is like what mine was involved with. So I remember when I actually got hired at Rooster Teeth, my degree was in marketing, and the job that they wanted to hire me for was community manager.
Yeah.
So they had to change the title of the job to community manager and marketing,
Damn.
just for that visa.
Like,
That's
I
fun.
cannot come here unless you do this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we are very excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
Meryl's been geeking out.
I have. We're big fans of you and me especially, but
As she double drinks her water.
it's fine. It's chill. But anyway.
Well, yeah, we're very excited to have you. John, excited to have you back as well.
Thank you.
It's been a hot second.
I didn't come from Canada, but I'm here.
I always forget that you used to live in LA.
Yeah, LA area.
You give off an LA vibe.
What is it? Is it the glasses or the
Yeah,
mustache?
glasses and mustache.
Both.
In
Is
the,
that
in
what it
the
is?
style.
The whole style. I'm a very LA boy.
Yeah.
You.
Okay.
Didn't always used to be.
No.
John has evolved over the last
You
couple
have.
years.
Really.
Yeah. Glowed up.
Glowed up.
That's
I
the
think
proper
glow up
term,
is the
right?
term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love a good glow up.
Yeah.
I'm still
We
trying
stand.
for it. We stand a good glow up. All right, well, let's get things started with our first segment called Speed Dating, where we're going to rapid fire you a bunch of questions as if we're learning all about you
Okay.
in a speed dating format, which John has never been speed dating.
No.
You've speed dated on this show though, right?
Yes,
In
I
the
have.
Former
Yeah.
segment name.
Former
I don't even know if I don't remember the last time I've been on a date. It's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah. Same.
Listen, you do you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is not for lack of trying. We're out here trying, people, okay?
Now you're on a date with all of us.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. All of which
Does that
are
make you feel better?
Yes, it does.
for now. Sorry, John.
I took this down a notch. Let's bring it back up and have some fun with some.
I really hope in the edit they just do like a slow zoom on you and like turn the screen like black and white, add sad music.
It's fine. I have sex scheduled in July. I was talking with Texas about that.
He's doing it, guys.
I often have scheduled sex. It's fine.
That's what happens in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, it's all good. You know, it's fine. I'm not frustrated at all.
You have it like in your calendar, like.
I should. The day she lands.
Just put this emoji and this emoji. That's it.
You'll know what it means.
Oh man.
All right.
Invite her to it.
Yeah. Calendar invite.
You need to do it.
What if she declines?
Oh.
Or puts maybe. Oh, you're like, come on.
Yeah, whatever. You know, it's all good.
All right. Well, let's get started.
Yeah, fun
With you,
times.
John, let's go. Let's have you go first.
Why not?
Ready with our timer, I assume.
Oh, there's a timer.
Yes. John,
Yeah.
do you speak more than one language?
No.
How long does it usually take for you to decide whether or not you like a new acquaintance?
Oh, almost instantaneous.
How well do you handle criticism?
Not good at all.
If you could have a brilliant skill at something, would you prefer something practical or something fun?
Practical. I'm boring.
When people seek advice from you, what do they usually get?
Disappointment.
I'm gonna go with Mariel's answer. That's fine with me. They probably get a longer answer than they asked for. Yep. I'm gonna stop
That's a
talking
good
now.
thing, though. So you don't handle criticism well.
No, I internalize it a lot, and I wish I could be someone who lets the things like that roll off my back. But I do like, for being in the position that I'm in and doing what I do, it's not a good trait to have.
Yeah.
I mean, I have coping mechanisms built in for that. But in all honesty, if I'm being completely transparent, criticism does affect me.
I think it all depends on who is doing the criticizing.
Sure, and it's probably my reaction is depending on who is criticizing. Like the reaction could be something of like I'm disappointed in myself if someone criticizes me that I value, but if it's someone I don't value, then I can just get upset that they're criticizing me, and I'm like, how dare you, or who are you, and that kind of thing. So
Yeah. I always love it, and by love I mean absolutely hate it, when there's someone on the internet in a comment section or wherever it is saying something very mean about you, and they're like, it's just my opinion.
Right.
Or you can't take criticism. It's like, it's not criticism or constructive criticism. You're just being like, this person is dumb. Or this
being an
person
asshole.
is not funny. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, I actually been doing this for as long as we've been doing this. I finally got like one of the first lines of constructive criticism in a comment on a YouTube video I was in, which was, it was on the off-topic episode I was on, and I never read the comments. And for some reason, I went to the comments on that episode. Should not have. But anyways, I finally got down to a point where someone's like, they said that my temperament on that episode was, they enjoyed, and it was different from my usual temperament because they felt like I was being less try hard about like any humor or anything like that. Anyway, I can't remember the exact phrasing, but it was one of those times they complimented and constructively criticized me at the same time. I was like, thank you, do this more, do this more. Tell me like nice things like that I can do to improve. Don't just be like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Do you read comments?
Not really.
No?
I read more tweets. I'd say with YouTube comments, I read the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then after that, I don't.
It's all the same after that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I read the top like 5, and then I'm like, oh, that's good enough.
Stuff kind of percolates to the top of the
Yeah,
YouTube
that's
comments
usually
anyways.
what the top comments usually reflect what everyone thinks about the video anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very true. All right, Miss
Do you
Elle.
read YouTube comments?
I used to read them religiously.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And now I do the same thing as you. I read like the first couple ones, and then I'm like, okay. I know.
I used to reply to every single comment.
What?
Yeah, I think I did that up until like 50K subs, and then
my
I couldn't do it
Yeah.
anymore.
Like,
Yeah,
That would be a full-time job at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Hire an intern to do it for you
you go.
on your behalf. All right, let's get Elle going with the questions.
Okay.
Elle, have you ever entered into a relationship out of depression
No,
or desperation?
never been in a relationship. Yeah.
Imagine you are walking down the street at night and hear a cry for help. What would you do?
Like walk away. I'm too scared.
True.
How important is it to be able to agree to disagree?
Important.
Agreed.
good answer.
If your 18-year-old daughter or son decided to work as a high-class
Finish it.
high-class escort to pay their university tuition, what would you do?
My son, a
If
daughter.
you had an 18-year-old son or daughter.
I'd say I pay for you. Don't do that. I'll cover
What
you.
if you couldn't? What if you didn't have the means and they want to be an
Be
escort?
like, no. No, sorry.
That's a good answer.
Anything else? A stripper maybe.
Agree to disagree. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then we'll do one more. Which are you better at remembering, names or faces?
I think. Oh, I'm bad at both.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say faces.
Faces?
Yes.
Same.
I can't remember names for the
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
at all. Even if I tried.
I looked it up. There's something called anomia aphasia, which I think I might have, which is literally my brain just forgets names. Not even just like, oh, an acquaintance. Like, I forget the names of people that I've known for a while.
Really?
Like, there'll be moments where I just be like, no, I can't remember this person's name. Giselle, who literally took over my job of running the design department, like,
Yeah.
worked with her plenty of times. One day, my brain just forgot her name.
That happens to me sometimes, especially like over in the animation department. People I've met 1,000 times, and they're just like, "Hey, Barbara, how are you?" And I'm like, "Hey, you! So good to see you." And it's like I know this person's name.
Yeah.
I've met them 1,000 times, but I just like for some reason can't get it in there. All right,
happens.
Mariel,
It happens. You know.
you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Mariel, do you attempt to conserve water, energy, or other resources during your everyday life?
I do. I was actually opened a window this morning instead of turning on my bedroom light.
Wow, what a goddess.
Yeah, basically.
How do
Call
you
me
feel?
outdoor.
How do you feel about having a joint bank account in a long-term relationship?
Hell fucking no.
Good choice. Are you friends with mostly men or mostly women?
Mostly women.
Would you still work if you won the lottery?
Yes.
Hypothetically, if the lack of either wouldn't affect your health, which would you give up, sex or sleep?
Oh, I love to sleep so much.
But if it wouldn't
Really?
affect your
That-
health.
Sorry. I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself.
I guess I have to give one up.
Uh-huh.
I guess it would be sleep.
Yeah.
It's such an easy answer for me. Do you know how productive you could be if you didn't have to sleep?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I love sleep so much.
I think it's because like we crave it.
Yeah. I don't sleep well, so when I do sleep, it's like the best thing in the world.
Are you like me where you actually like get excited about going to sleep?
Sometimes. We've talked about this a lot, but like I'm the most anxious when I'm like in bed at night before bed. But now I've like, you know, I have my coping mechanisms that help me out, and I watch a lot of sitcoms before bed, so that excites me.
That helps me.
And then I
as
just
well.
pass the fuck out.
I get so excited when I'm like starting to do the whole burrito in bed thing, where you like get all cozied up and you have like the pillows just right, and you're just like, this is the best feeling in the fucking world right now, and I'm gonna sleep and it's gonna be amazing.
Do you look at your phone, or you just like get into bed, go to sleep,
I look at my phone like maybe a half hour before I plan to sleep, and then after that I stop.
and you're in bed already?
Yeah.
Over
Sometimes
there.
we'll watch something on TV or whatnot.
You have a
The
TV in your
same,
room.
like phone. I have to watch like videos for a bit, and then
On your phone?
yeah,
Just laying
I go
there?
from the computer to the phone.
Yep.
Like then that's like when I'm on my bed and on my phone, and then when I really like my eyes are like half open, that's when I turn it off, and then it just instant.
Do you have one
Okay.
of those wireless chargers where you just place your phone? Because
No.
that is the best when you're like half asleep and you just want to like put your phone there, where you don't have to like fiddle.
Oh yeah,
with it.
fiddle. It's the worst.
Yeah, and then if you could just place it essentially on a wireless charger, and you're like,
Wow. What a first world problem.
I know.
This thing is really the worst.
I have to plug in my phone before I go to bed.
I gotta stretch over. I'm already so comfy.
Yeah. All right, Barbara, and go.
Oh, that's she has to do it.
Yeah, if you were driving and suddenly noticed that the car behind you was a police car, how would you feel?
Nervous.
Yeah.
How do you feel about age differences in relationships?
As long as it's legal
Okay.
and people have the same mindset.
Okay. If you could erase any pain from your past and substitute those moments with happiness, would you?
I mean, yeah, no,
Would you dump someone simply because they weren't good at boning?
yes.
Whoa.
It's important.
Wow.
It's an important part of a relationship.
Whoa.
You can just get it.
Oh, shut up.
I'll keep my opinion to myself.
What were you gonna
Would
say?
you?
I was gonna say you just get a substitute.
Yeah, but like,
Intimacy.
There are other
you
things.
still want to be able to be intimate with that person.
Sure, but if they're bad at boning and you want to have good boning, then there's other solutions.
That's true.
Okay, I guess it depends on like what
how
relationship.
how emotionally invested you are in the
Yeah, like if it's
Oh,
with
sure,
a
if you're
person that
just
I'm like,
starting, but like, if Trevor tomorrow just stopped being good or being able to have sex, would that end the relationship?
absolutely not.
No, it wouldn't.
I don't think anything would end this relationship
Oh, okay. Well, that's just fine.
unless someone did something terrible to the other person, which wouldn't happen. But the age difference thing is interesting because I was thinking about this the other day. because I was watching a TV show where the woman was 35 and the guy she was dating was 24.
Okay.
And I was like, that's a significant age difference.
9 years?
And they were
No.
talking about wanting to have kids, and she
11.
she could
11
only
years.
really have kids for the next like maybe 5-10 years
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm not ready to have kids for at least another like 10-15 years.
Jesus.
And it's like,
Well, yeah, that's
that I
you
could
not
see it.
lining up on what your like plans are.
Do you know that I think it's after 30, if you have a kid after 30, it's considered a geriatric pregnancy?
what?
Yeah. A geriatric pregnancy. Someone Google it.
Well, I have a month and a half.
Yeah.
Shit.
You're going to have a geriatric.
Someone
What
get a
is
baby
it?
in me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Someone told me that the other day, and I was like, that's fucking rude as hell.
Yeah. I don't like that term.
Geriatric.
What does that mean?
Like, it means like
Geriatric
old.
is like a senior term.
Yeah.
Oh,
like just
gotcha.
basically.
And what age was it?
30, over 30, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
Damn.
because women are just useless after 30.
Basically.
Okay, gotcha.
Just
so
letting you
you
know.
know,
Just
yeah.
letting you
Thank
know.
you.
Women
You got-
are useless
You've got
after 30.
some
I
good
got
time.
time.
I'm in my prime. Thank you very much.
30,
Oh, yeah.
3?
4.
34.
34.
I'm old.
Yeah.
Well, you're a man, so
Wait, how old are you two?
27.
I'm 29.
You were
almost
the
30.
youngest person we've ever had on this show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow.
We actually made you a banner.
I actually thought there was one. I was like, oh,
She got her name in chalk on the thing. That's good enough.
Close enough.
I never had my name in chalk on the thing.
Well,
Well, you also haven't been on since we got the chalkboard.
All right.
that's true.
So maybe one day.
I'm on. Where's John? I can get John here to put my name on the chalkboard.
John.
John, get over here.
All right. Well, before we move on, I would like to say thank you to Third Love for sponsoring this episode of Always Open. I have a few Third Love bras, and they fit better than any bra I've ever had. They are super soft, super comfortable.
I'm wearing one right now.
Wearing one right now. I am too. They go with like basically everything. They come in all different colors, and they also are customized to your specific shape. A lot of bras just have kind of generic sizing and whatnot. This is very much great fit, great feel. Third Love designs its bras with breast size and shape in mind for a perfect fit and premium feel. They offer more than 70 sizes, that's 70, including their signature half cup sizes. Third Love is super convenient. Find your fit in 60 seconds online, order and try it on at home. No more awkward fitting room experiences. Third Love has an awesome fit finder quiz. You answer a few simple questions to find the perfect fit. It takes less than a minute, and Third Love helps you identify your breast size and shape and find styles that fit your body. Every customer has 60 days to wear it, wash it, and put it to the test. And if you don't love it, just return it, and Third Love will wash it and donate it to a woman in need. They are hands down the most comfortable bra you'll ever own. Third Love knows there's a perfect bra for everyone. So right now they are offering our viewers 15% off their first order. Just go to thirdlove.com/always now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/always for 15% off today. Thank you, Third Love. We love you.
Perfect.
Yay.
I have a
that.
confession
Gay
about
bras.
bras to make.
What, John?
Please don't.
So, at the ripe old age I am, and someone who I consider not a complete idiot, I am sad to say that I just recently figured out what the numbers and letters on bra sizes are. I didn't know. I never looked into like why there was a number and a letter next to
So
each
if someone
other.
was like a 34B, you'd be like,
Yeah,
what is that?
I was playing Jackbox, and I was playing a trivia game on there, and it was like the question was like, what's the average bra size of like Americans, whatever. And so I threw in a guess, but I was like, I actually don't know why there's a number and letter. Now I know why. It's the circumference of the lady essentially, and then the cup size.
Yep. And the letters are the cup size.
Yeah, I
What
do-
is the average?
It was something like
36C?
it was like 34D.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, something like that. I think.
Nice.
If I remember. Yeah. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what that. I couldn't even give you a
It's a good.
good handful.
Nice,
Good.
nice sample. Yeah.
That's a good hint.
I mean, depending on the hand.
What am I?
That's true.
You're probably like a
Probably,
AAA.
Oh, I don't know about
What?
that. That's
I got some titties.
being
Okay,
very
maybe
nice.
maybe an A or a double A.
I don't know. I don't even know why I'm being upset about that. I don't know what it just,
It's confusing because with A is small, but double A is smaller than A.
Oh,
is it really?
really?
Triple A is smaller than A.
didn't know
Dudes
that.
don't work that way.
No, it goes the opposite. So it's like triple A, double A, B, C,
Is there double B?
D, double D, triple D.
Yeah.
There's no double B, no double C's. Who the fuck came up with this system?
Then you just go up to C's. There's a lot of broad talk, you guys.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Let's move on from bra talk.
Sure, why not?
Broad
For now.
talking.
We'll bring it back sometime. All right. Let's ask y'all a question.
Go for it.
Have you ever come close to quitting the entertainment industry? This question was submitted by Jess T.
Well, you have an interesting story, and that we wanted to talk about is that you were very public with being like burnt out on YouTube and being like
Yeah.
Yeah.
super vulnerable about
How
it.
long ago was that?
A year.
Wow.
Yeah. Like legit 1 year.
Like from
Yeah.
today?
yeah.
Happy anniversary!
We brought you a banner.
Yeah, tell us about that. What was that like?
Yeah. It was crazy. So basically, I've had a crazy like 2 years, I guess now, on YouTube, and
Is that when things really started to take off?
it really started to blow up. And it was one of my videos went viral, and it was my coming out video. And after that, the numbers
Wasn't
started.
the first video I ever saw of you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that one like really blew up, and that's when like other big creators started noticing me. Like Casey Neistat made a whole video like talking about me, and
Oh,
then,
wow.
so like I was just getting a lot of attention, and I felt opportunities were coming in. And I kept on saying yes because I was like, I've never been given these opportunities, and this is
Yeah, you're
what I
like,
want to do.
Want to take it while it's
Yeah,
here.
it was my childhood, like middle school childhood dream, like grade 5 and 6. Like that's what I wanted to do, YouTuber. And so it was just like everything was. Every week I would be traveling. I would never be home. I was still making videos, and my videos take a long time to make.
Yeah.
They're very intense. They're a little.
They're cinematic.
You put a lot
If
of
I'm gonna
you.
put a word on it,
Yeah,
it's,
thank
it's
you.
very cinematic.
Yeah.
Like, I hate how good your videos are.
And I do it all by myself, and I can't give it to someone else to do. I'm a bit controlling that way, and so it was just all started adding up, and it was just like boiling, and I was started experiencing panic attacks, and I never experienced that before.
really?
Because I went on a tour, and I experienced it on tour. I was doing meet and greets and conventions, and everything was just like piling, and eventually I like broke, and I had a very public breakdown. And of that, I just remember that day being very, very bad.
Where were you?
I was home. I was just after, it was after a convention. I got home, and there was a bit of like substance abuse there, and I just remember my body, like I feel like I blacked out, because I just remember at the afternoon, because it was in the morning, it was like 9 a.m. when everything happened, and then nighttime, like around 5 p.m., like my body had physical reactions, like
my
I had
God.
burst blood vessels in my eyes and like rashes everywhere, and so like it was at that point like I remember people were, because I was home alone, and everyone like left school, left work, like everyone, because I wasn't answering, and it was just like that day, like it's like probably the scariest day of my life.
Sure.
And so that,
Especially panic attacks, like they could feel legit like heart attacks.
yeah, no,
Like you're
I felt like I
dying.
was dying. That's when my manager, my family had a talk, and I still had tour left because we were doing meet and greet tours.
Wow.
And I canceled those. I canceled a couple events I was supposed to go to, and that's when we like started having conversations about like what needs to happen now for my mental health to like recover from that. And then around that time, I tend to make videos about what's going on in my life. Sometimes it's like my life's really happy, and so I make a happy video. But like that was the only thing in my mind, so I made a video called "Burnt Out at 19," and that's what I
Yeah.
kind of talk about a lot now.
I'm sure that was very helpful for a lot of people because, I mean, even growing up watching online content creators, you never really think like, oh, it's so easy and it's like such a nice, happy life and we get to see the best of these people, like almost their highlight reel, as a lot of people talk about with social media. And for you to be so transparent about like, hey, it's like overwhelming
Yeah.
and like sometimes you just need a break.
Yeah.
And hopefully people understood.
No,
and
it
weren't
was
too hard on you.
No, it was very positive.
Good.
And I do think a lot of and like I grew up watching YouTubers, and I've seen like many YouTubers say, I need to take a break.
Yeah.
But you never really truly understand why they said, I'm tired, I need a break. And I think what resonated with people is that maybe I was a little too transparent, but like I put in like my breakdowns. Like I had like voice notes I sent to my friends when I was having a panic attack, and so I think having like true transparency is something that I know a lot of creators like reached out to me after, was like, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
And I know, like, I can't even describe how many other YouTubers or just like people in the industry who reached out and were like, I experienced the exact same thing. It just says a lot about this industry and like what it does to someone's mental health.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and
Like,
people just like doing all they can to disguise that feeling.
Yeah.
and to just put on a happy face and just this this image of themselves.
Yeah, Game Grumps recently came out with a video where it was just simply a video of them saying they were toning down their schedule. Like,
Really?
it wasn't them stopping, it was just them saying we need to do less videos.
Yeah.
And that was like a revolutionary video someone could put up of like, I'm gonna be doing less, especially like in the Let's Play community.
Right.
And YouTube in general, it's like you either upload consistently or you don't,
Yeah.
survive.
It's scary though, yeah, because a lot of creators, even like personally with Rooster Teeth, you always think that if you're not around for a certain period of time, you'll become irrelevant.
Yeah.
Or people will forget
Right.
about you. And even with like stuff we do here, I'm like, oh, if I'm not on a podcast this week, like, are people gonna forget that I exist or whatever it is? And I'm sure it's even more intense when you're the sole creator of a channel and like what you do. And it's like, I'm basically responsible for my success and the people who watch my stuff, and just to like, I can't even imagine.
No, 100%. And I think that's the same for like a lot of YouTubers because like if you put yourself online and you're making videos, you want people to like you.
Yeah.
And so like your biggest fear is people not liking you anymore, especially if you get a taste of it.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want that to go away. It's like a bit of a drug almost.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, sir.
You're so welcome, darling.
Thanks, Texas.
Texas is our drug.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I try to be.
His love is my drug.
Very addictive.
When you decided to, well, I guess kind of two questions. When you decided to put out your coming out video, like how much did you hesitate for that? Like, I mean, that's like a huge thing.
Yeah. I think it was more because my coming out video was a way of coming out to a lot of my family and friends.
Oh, really? So that's like the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very bad with vulnerability one-on-one, face-to-face.
We have a question about vulnerability later on in the
Yeah.
show that we could dive more.
I'll talk more on that later, yeah.
For
But
sure.
it was kind of my way of like cheating the system, like being vulnerable without having to be really vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so it was just like months of like, when I finally realized, because I had this crush on this girl, and I was like, when I accepted it as a crush, I'm like, oh my God, now I'm confused about like my sexuality, and I was just like, very much, like, I think for those few months I cried every second night because I was just so scared. I'm not to say like, no one in my family is like homophobic or anything, and also in like Ottawa, but like it's just like it's not very common.
Sure.
It's still
Yeah.
a bit like, oh, that person's gay,
Yeah.
or that person's bi. It's a
It's still something that like people feel the need to
yeah.
dwell on or point out. Or something.
Exactly. It's not a norm.
Right.
And so that's what I was scared of. And so I think when I finally came to terms, I'm very impulsive. So when I finally was like bisexual, that's what I am. I said, okay, I'm gonna make a video. And so the video came out a week after.
That's
Oh,
fantastic.
wow.
Your video meant so much to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did.
Thank you.
I'm bi as well, and I was still in the closet at that time, and was for quite a while after that. But it was like videos like that, like yours and other people, that I was like, that looks so fun. That looks nice. That'd be nice to be that someday, and it eventually came. But yeah, your video meant a lot to me.
Only recently you like fully.
Yeah, I
Came out.
had to come out to my family because of something that I don't want to talk about. But yeah,
It's okay.
I've been very open to the community and the
Yeah.
company and everything like that for quite a while. But yeah, that happened.
And then the burnt out at 19. Because I'm
Yeah.
sure you were still going through like the heavy parts of all that while also
Yeah.
making that
Was
video.
the coming out video before that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was like that was like November 2017, and Burnt Out was May last
Gotcha.
year. So basically, I had a commitment. Bufferfest LA. It was like you premiere a video, and I hadn't canceled that one, and I in the video there's a hotel room scene where you hear voice notes of like me like full on like breaking down.
Wow.
And that was 4 days before I premiered it. And so it was very much
Burnt out video.
yeah, so
Oh,
it's
wow.
just very much like, okay, this is like, because videos for me, it's like very therapeutic. It's like a diary entry. It's a way of getting my feelings out.
Yeah.
But I just share it with everyone. That's the only difference.
Kind of like this show.
Yeah.
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 And so it was more of like I needed to make a video, so I had to put something out, had something ready for the festival, and a mixture of like that's what I wanted to talk about. Because also I had my breakdown. I had posted this very public breakdown video of just like very raw me yelling and like clearly in distress.
Yeah.
And then deleted it, and then like my manager like tweeted off my account being like, Elle's taking a break, spending time with family and friends. So like I feel like I owed everyone like at least like somewhat of an explanation, just to tell them like I'm okay, I'm working on it. So yeah, that's why I posted that video.
So what made you decide to come back? Because like, was there a time in there where you're like, maybe I'm just gonna quit altogether and like this is?
Yeah, I have periods like that. I'm still not gonna lie. I like when I'm making videos, every time I make a video, I'm like, I have a moment where I go, I'm gonna quit. I can't do this anymore. It's just because of how badly it affects my mental health. Like I can't even explain. It's like I'm two different people. Like right now, I'm like pretty relaxed that I'm not making a main channel video. But when I am a main channel video, it's like
A whole different person.
it's like they're the worst person in the world. So it's just like clearly not okay.
Right.
And so I've been trying to. I feel like I just got a therapist, so like I'm really trying to work on it because I do love making videos. I can't see myself doing anything else. Like I'd still be in the entertainment industry, and so that's why I decided I had to come back because like I think I would truly be unhappy in any other profession as well.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to find a way to make this a sustainable career for my mental health.
It's all about learning what works for you.
Oh yeah.
What about you guys? Ever considered quitting?
I don't think I'm gonna do it for my entire life. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go to grad school eventually. Like, I've always kind of thought about that.
We'll
going
do
into, like-
something more like business or finance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Meryl's all about
love
finance.
money.
Really?
I love money. If you want
That's-
to talk money, dude, let me know. Get my
I'm the
number.
worst.
Let's fucking do it. I'll fly out to Ottawa. We'll build a budget. It'll be tight.
Yeah, it'll be her first time in Canada.
Yeah, it'll be my first time in Canada. I
Yeah.
spent it doing finance. But yeah, I mean, I love what we do, and I've always said I kind of fell into this gig, like being on camera and doing all of that stuff was never something I aspired to. I'm very lucky that it happened for me.
I think a lot of people here, that's kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Like none of us are.
Right, we all still have jobs.
You used to do, like
I had performing
musical
background before
theater,
here.
yeah. But like a lot of us didn't come in to be on camera.
I was
or,
kind of a theater kid and whatnot, but if anything, I liked the stagehand more aspect of it more. But anyway, yeah, I mean, if I were to leave Rooster Teeth, like, I don't know, I wouldn't go and start my own thing. Probably,
You wouldn't
just, like.
go still into entertainment. You think? Like,
I mean, I might go and like work for maybe a bigger company that's doing kind of stuff like that, or like. I don't know, or just like retire to the woods and like live with my commune of lesbians
Yeah.
and a bunch of chickens.
Hell yeah, that'd be baller.
I don't know. I mean, it's something that like I try not to think about those kinds of things because that's what sends me into like a panic.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm just like, well, I'm gonna do what I can today and like for the week.
I feel like living in the moment is one of the best things you could do for your mental health. Of just like, this is my situation right now. This is what I'm going to focus on, and not worry about what I'm going to do tomorrow or what's going to happen tomorrow or what happened yesterday. It's like, this is today.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
Easier
relate
said
to
than
the
done,
question.
but yeah, I
oh,
agree
for
with
sure.
you 100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I get anxiety, and that's always because I'm thinking about possibilities of what could happen in this situation or that situation.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about you?
I've definitely considered it, never seriously enough. It's only been on very bad mental health days for me, or just like days where a show comes out and the comments are particularly negative, or just like cut really deep into my self-esteem, like calling me not funny, or that I shouldn't be here, or that I don't deserve to be here, stuff like that.
I apologize for those comments already.
Yeah. That's all
Talk
John
to you about it.
ghostwriting them.
But there's been a lot of times in my head where I'm just like, man, like, if I could just work at a job where I didn't have Twitter or Instagram and like never, I was just gone from social media and I was just anonymous, and would I like that more than this kind of life that I have here?
I think it's also
Not
important
involved.
to note that I mean, those kind of worries can happen regardless of like any situation.
Yeah, and we actually talked about this at dinner a little bit last night, but how like the grass is always greener.
Oh, yeah.
On the other side, and like there's definitely been many times where I'm just like, I wonder what if I'd be happier in that situation or like less anxious or anything. But then most days, 99% of days, I'm just like, I love what I do. I love being able to do this and to talk to an audience and have any type of influence on people's happiness or entertainment or whatever it is. And it's like, I feel very blessed to be able to do that.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Hashtag pause.
Oh, God, no.
Hashtag shut the fuck up.
Please stop. She's tormenting me with my own words. I got
Yeah.
very drunk and just started screaming hashtag.
But no, I don't think I've ever like come close to thinking like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
It's just been like, man, I'm frustrated today with being in this position and like,
Being so public.
yeah.
I think
it's a public thing,
yeah.
especially when, I mean, we don't talk about a lot of scary things that happen with people who are online personalities, but there's some scary people out there who do bad things to people, and the boundaries between online creators and people that you might feel closer to or whatever it is, it's always a scary thing, especially when you're a female in this industry. So, or I mean, anybody really.
Yeah.
And that has definitely given me a lot of anxiety over the last couple of years, but ultimately it's like, you got to think of the positives, the benefits of what you're doing.
I had a real reflective moment when I was sitting in my bedroom with my then girlfriend, and we were watching Bo Burnham's special, Make Happy.
Love it.
And at the very end of it, he obviously ends with his big finale song, roaring applause, and then goes backstage and they do this quick transition into him being in a small room, and he plays one final song. And combination of that song and also his kind of lasting message in the finale he does, where he said some line along the lines of, if you can live, it's when he had the lights come up in the audience and got really, in the audience's face and said, if you can live your life without an audience, do. And at the moment, I was near, the peak of doing what I was doing here, and that just like, it was like literally saying it to me. And
John, if you can do
it was pseudo frustrating because I was sitting next to, again, my then girlfriend who was not from this kind of world at all and very much strange this kind of thing. And I was trying to explain to her how much this was affecting me and how this was making me, think about, my future, my decisions. And it was just going right over her like that. But that kind of end of his show and his challenge and even his own that was his own therapy he was doing for himself with that production. It did make me think about this because there is a level of there's the good and there's the bad of the audience. The audience obviously has attention and validation and people liking you and everything like that. But then there's also the audience that is judging and making you question yourself and that kind of thing at all times. So yeah, that was a very prominent reflective moment. I've had other moments where I just kind of wonder how much this is, I know how much this is affecting my mental health, and I'm constantly trying to reassess that and taking inventory of my coping mechanisms and that kind of thing and reassessing what I need to do. Even recently, last night, went on a walk, and I hadn't gone on a walk for quite a while because I'm always so busy, I don't just go for walks, but went on a walk and just kind of trying to spend the time thinking about what I need to do coming up with some of some recent issues I've been having with, self-image problems and some self-hate problems I've been having and that kind of thing. And really just having kind of a meeting of what I need to do to make good choices in that direction.
It's a very interesting situation where almost every aspect of your life is under a magnifying glass.
Oh, for sure.
As much as you allow it to be.
As much as you allow it to be.
As much as you put out there. And we put out there so much.
Which,
And
I mean,
your videos are a great example of you putting out there almost everything, it seems.
Yeah.
It's all, I mean, I can only speak personally, but it's all for wanting to be able to connect with people and also just entertain people.
Yeah.
So it's a mix between the two of you want to be able to find a connection between you and your audience, but also still be I'm a person who's here to entertain and to hopefully bring some type of positive emotion to you through our content.
Great.
But with that comes the terrible scrutiny
Yeah.
that online entertainers have to deal with, or any entertainer.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we're all here and haven't quit.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's
Not
move on to
anytime soon, anyway.
the next question, which we kind of touched on right before. This one comes from Mariana J. What are the upsides and or downsides to being vulnerable?
It's interesting that you kind of follow this path of like, because I feel like I'm very much the same way. It is hard for me to communicate in person to someone, but I communicate to the internet all the time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I will come on here and talk on this show about like the issues that I'm having before I'll actually like call out that person and be like, oh, like this is what I'm going through or whatnot, you know. So it's you seem to be similar in that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's I don't know. It's pretty, pros and cons are pretty equal for me.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, like for pros, like I've learned being more vulnerable, it can help you grow a lot more, and also like, usually if you're being vulnerable, you're being vulnerable about an issue you have.
Yeah.
And usually like, being vulnerable to other people, they help you with that. And so like, it's just all about getting help, I think. And
For sure.
that's like probably I just had a brain fart.
That happens to me all the time on the
Like,
show.
what
where
am I talking
I'll
about?
be talking and I'll be like, I'm about to make a point.
What is my point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time. Happens all the time.
But being vulnerable allows you to get help. Otherwise,
Yeah.
people cannot know what it is that you need help with.
Yeah, but to be fair, is it being vulnerable online or is it being vulnerable in
I think in general.
in general?
You know, vulnerable to bullets and that kind of thing.
Ooh, that'd be very
Well, I
helpful.
am for sure. But yeah, because you like you just said you were very public about like feeling burnt out and like you were posting these voice notes and like showing a very like raw side of you that
Yeah.
I imagine even just doing that is probably scary in itself.
Yeah.
At the time I didn't. I don't know what it is, but I don't find it scary. I just feel like I'm voicing what I think, and usually I have someone around me if I shouldn't post something.
Okay.
Yeah, like take this part out. I was gonna say, because being vulnerable, I find most of my being vulnerable cons are about it being public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, because if you're being so raw and vulnerable online, people think they know everything.
Yeah.
And then they have opinions, and then they, even if like you post like 5 other videos, they notice something in this other video, like, oh, I don't think Elle's doing well because of A, B, and C. Like it's
Right.
just like like a microscope thing. That's the biggest con for me. But I don't know what it would be if just one-on-one, like what a con would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with vulnerability, it's really interesting because growing up, I always had this issue of worrying about what people thought of me. And I mean,
But now you don't.
You got over that, right?
I do in a different sense. So I was actually talking with a friend of mine about this, where I don't give a fuck anymore about what people care about me if I don't know them. Like, who cares what someone on the street thinks of my outfit?
Yeah.
Fucking care.
Yeah.
But if there's someone I know personally, let's say it's like a friend of mine's girlfriend or this guy I work with or whoever it is, and they don't like me, I need to know why.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I
Yeah.
need to fix it.
Do that and look straight into your camera.
Why don't you like me? I'm a nice person, okay? I'll be your friend. So that's like kind of surface level for me, what I care about people
Yeah.
think of me.
Yeah.
But like growing up, I was always just like never popular. I never was like fashionable or cool or whatever it was.
Degrassi High. You went to Degrassi High too. Everyone
thinks
who's from
every
Canada
Oh
went to
my God,
Degrassi
yeah.
High.
Oh, you guys didn't go to
Wow.
the same high school, did you?
No, we
Degrassi
Okay.
High.
What's
there's only-
Degrassi High?
Wow.
Do you not know what
It's a
Degrassi
TV
is?
show.
Oh,
Degrassi.
There's only one high school in Canada.
there's all of Canada?
Degrassi.
Okay.
It's funny, I didn't watch Degrassi.
I didn't watch Degrassi too.
Yeah.
Drake was on it for like.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
Drake was
Wheelchair Jimmy.
he got shot and
got shot in the
had
back.
to. He was paralyzed in
Oh,
the show.
yeah, I remember these clips now.
Anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll come back to you.
Okay.
But with vulnerability, I find it very interesting because I think there's so much power in being vulnerable.
Oh, for sure.
And you could find so much comfort with other people in being vulnerable. And like the people who put on that facade of like they're always fine or like nothing will get to them or whatever it is, it's like you feel like you can't connect with those people as well. Whereas like we're all humans. We all experience these same emotions and same confusions about life.
Yeah.
And just like no one knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ever. And I feel like it's just such a waste when people aren't able to be vulnerable, especially with people that they're close to. It's like, open up, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Open up.
Open up, John.
Yeah, I'm such a closed book.
You are.
No, nothing. You don't know nothing. None of you. No, I'm completely vulnerable with everybody here. Yeah, like as far as here with my friends and everything like that, I have no problem being vulnerable with anybody here, except for you. I'm not going to tell you anything.
You'll have to earn his trust.
Yeah, you have to
watch
trust.
the-
You're
in
an
a combat.
outsider right now, okay? No, I've learned through my many years of age that being vulnerable is way better than being closed off. And it also is a path to actually deal with stuff, like what you were saying, as opposed to ignoring issues that
Absolutely.
you're having or dealing with, that kind of thing. I mean, there is a degree of people like us, which is such a silly thing to say, but people who have a bit of an audience that can hear these things and come to conclusions that might not be the most accurate of conclusions. But that aside, being vulnerable with my close friends and my family and that kind of thing has been beneficial.
But definitely can't agree with what you said about taking maybe a little step back with it for an online audience.
Yes.
That might feel almost like too close with you. And like for everyone watching, we love our audience and we value them, but like there has to be a separation between performers and audience. Where it's like we do consider our audience friends and family and everything like that, but
for example, I didn't talk to any of our community or anything like that about my divorce. I've been divorced.
I've been annulled.
You've been annulled? You have.
What?
You just reminded me about a video I watched of you eons ago.
I married my sister's boyfriend for a video.
like legitimately.
Like Vegas?
We went to Vegas. We flew to Vegas for a day.
How old were you?
19.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just got annulled like a few months ago.
What?
So you were
Good job, Gabe.
married.
I was married for 8 months. We weren't doing it. We were just too lazy, and my mom ended up doing all the paperwork for us because I just
That is so
couldn't do
fucking
it.
funny.
My mom did all
Do
the
it for the
paperwork
video.
us.
You would have. Yeah. Wow. That's the best do it for the Vine thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I think that's fantastic. I do think. But I also have a warped opinion on marriage, and I do not think marriage is that of an important thing as a lot of people make it out to be. It is in
Totally
the end.
normal mindset for someone who's been through.
Well, no, because most people who get divorced, they remarry. Like the majority of people who divorce remarry almost like immediately, if
Well,
not
if I learn
multiple
anything
times.
from Ross from Friends, it's that you just keep getting married.
There you
over and
go. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, the divorce thing. I didn't tell the audience or our community about the divorce until months after it was over, like it was completed.
Yeah.
And so during the whole lengthy process, which was over a year long, I was very open with all the people around here about it.
Yeah.
And they were my support system and everything like that. But, there was a
some
degree
things
where
need to be
I needed to
close.
have, I needed to deal with that on my own without an entire, committee of people possibly giving their opinions to me.
Yeah.
Same with coming out. I came out to friends way before anything with the community like that because there was a level of safety.
It's almost like you want to test the water
Oh yeah.
before
Sure.
fully
Or you
jumping
could be
in.
someone who just makes a video, just comes out to everybody all at once. That's an
Before
option.
telling anybody.
That's a wonderful option.
It's very much there's this meme that I saw once, and it was just a girl's Facebook status. She was like, I came out today, and it was like, the first person to comment on this Facebook status is gay, and then she commented, she was like, hey, and she's like, I'm gay.
Here it is.
But I remember, it was kind of a similar situation.
That's
I had
right, because you were
been
closeted
out.
to the community for a little bit.
I came out to my family or to my parents when I was 19, and it didn't go very well, and so I kind of had my separate life here in Austin, and they were back home, and so I kind of led two separate lives for a little bit, and was very, when I moved to Austin, I was in a long distance relationship, and I had a roommate that I didn't tell anything, didn't tell her about, and she found out one day, and I thought it was the end of the world, and she was completely fine with it, but I lived my life up to a certain point, being mostly out, and then when I realized I almost felt like I was longing for connection in a certain way, and also felt like I was being just not deceiving, just untrue to myself and to the community,
Not
knowing
being your
that
full self.
knowing that I did have something that people could probably relate to, and something that isn't so common at Rooster Teeth now. Well, I guess it's more common now than it was before.
We got a bunch of queers here.
Got a bunch of queers here.
We got
I mean,
a bunch.
that panel at RTX is like
Oh, yeah.
overflowing now
Oh,
with,
yeah.
We got tons.
with employees.
But I remember
Too many. We should have less. We should have less.
It was after the Pulse shooting that I could not sleep, and I felt so devastated, and I didn't know how to like relate to people, and just felt like I needed some kind of connection. And so I went on our website and I wrote like a blog entry essentially, and was just like, you know, here's my feelings, here's why I feel so affected by this. And I never actually said like I'm gay. It was mostly like, these are my people. I am like truly torn up about this.
Yeah.
And it was super scary, even though like I was out to everyone already. But I think the scary thing for me was like, well, what if someone I know finds it? Like,
Sure.
I live this public life on the internet that I still expect people not to know about, you know?
Yeah.
But then isn't there like a very freeing feeling with also being like, what if they do find out?
Yeah.
Now then they'll know.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
like
sure.
this is me.
Yeah, after, I think, I'm trying to remember when the timeline is, but my mom ended up, you know, kind of telling a bunch of my aunts and uncles and kind of telling them for me, which I super appreciated, because it's just like, sometimes it's a conversation with people you don't want to have. It's like, can you just assume? Like, come on, it's been 27
Let's let it go through the grapevine a little bit.
So whenever she told me, she was like, hey, you know, or she wasn't even the one who told me. A cousin of mine was like, hey, your mom went and hadn't told all the siblings and whatnot. And I was just like freaked out for like 30 seconds. And I was just like, fuck, like my aunts and uncles are super religious, like we're Mexican, so they're very like culturally like, you know, kind of stuck in that. And so I was just like, well, I'm never gonna see them again. And then instantly started getting like text messages from my aunts and uncles, just like, hey, like, not even like, hey, we heard the news or anything, just like, hey, thinking of you, love you today, like, you know. And I was just like, fuck.
Aw.
So yeah, I mean, it was freeing, but it's also like super scary.
Absolutely. That's one of the beautiful things though about vulnerability is like you never know who you could affect by by being open about something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I mean,
because I mean, just statistically there's going to be hundreds if not thousands of people who are just like, I too am like this or have this problem or this experience, and now knowing that someone else is sharing that with me, it makes me feel so much more comfortable.
Yeah, I'm curious about one thing. So I watched a video you did recently because Barb said you were going to be on, so I wanted to see some of the stuff you've done recently because I didn't watch your videos in a while. And you had one about your health that you did recently that you were pretty honest about it, and it was an unconventional, you know, health video as opposed to just saying like, this is how I lost weight or this is that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was actually very honest and raw. I'm curious, what was your reaction you got from people from that?
That one got a little backlash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one definitely got a big backlash.
What kind, like just for people who haven't seen the video?
Basically, I have lost a good amount of weight, and people started to notice. This was around last year, ish. Actually, like June, July last year. That's when it started, and then August it hit. Like I had lost, I think from June to August, around 40 to 50 pounds.
Whoa.
And people have noticed how fast that was,
course.
and obviously.
And especially with health, everyone has an opinion.
Yes. Yeah. and so people like were like, again, jumping to conclusions. People were like, oh, Elle's going bad mental health. Well, actually, which is accurate. So they made a fair assumption.
You got this one, okay? You did get this one, okay?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
No more.
But it was just mostly being in front of the camera and seeing myself in conventions and stuff and not liking how I looked. And it was about a lot of self-image stuff. And so I stopped eating basically, and I was really struggling with that. And then like going like this is the problem. I had to go through so many edits of that video. I sent to so many people to practice my wording and I wanted to be honest, but also didn't want to promote it because I did lose the weight. Right. Yeah. So like, and this is the problem because I started off healthy and then it just like slowly I started taking out food and taking out more food, and so like it just became an unhealthy obsession.
Yeah.
And so that's where I struggled with, because I know it's a very touchy subject and I wanted to word it properly, and you know, for the most part it was pretty good. And a lot of people like resonated with it, and I feel like a lot of people have gone through something similar. But obviously, I think with anything I post, it's just anything like extremely vulnerable, you're gonna get a little bit of negative opinions.
Yeah,
but-
or just opinions. Period.
Yeah.
Which is always fun.
I didn't like click on any of them, but you know when you watch a YouTube video, it gives you like suggestions, and I did see a few thumbnails of people like YouTubers who are responding to your thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I ain't even gonna hate click this thumbnail.
Yeah.
Like I can see the facial expression they're making in this thumbnail.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like one of those things where so many people in the world deal with eating issues and health issues and stuff like that, but for people like you, it's under a microscope.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is something that people are going to notice and want to talk about and want to know about because there's so much in the public eye that it's
Yeah.
just a curiosity.
And it's like right now I've been like working with a personal trainer and trying to do it the healthy way.
You've also
right?
been eating very healthy, as we
Yes.
discovered last night.
I know. We tried to get you to eat some queso.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Kirby Lane, tried to get you some Kirby queso.
Don't pressure the person who's trying to be healthy to eat bad melted
did it.
cheese stuff.
We were okay about it, right?
No, yeah, no.
We're like,
We said,
well,
we'll order it. If you don't want it, don't eat it. And
Yeah,
we
'cause
ate all of it.
me and Meryl wanted it.
But like, yeah, so I've been like doing it really healthy, and I've been losing weight the healthy way, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard because I can't not be proud of it, but like I can't post about it publicly and stuff. And like I've tried to like do it, but then you get backlash because of
Absolutely.
what I talked about a few months ago. And so that's where vulnerability, like, and being honest and open, like that's where like really
That's being honest about the bad things.
Yeah.
Like you were honest about something that you did bad or that you were not happy with yourself and that you still is an ongoing struggle. Like you even ended the video being like, I don't have a happy ending. Like
Yeah.
this is an ongoing thing. And people want, you know, the answer and the wrap up and everything like that. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it'll die down. Like,
It does.
Yes.
Like,
It does.
time is wonderful.
Yes.
It just takes time.
It's
people
so
move on.
true. Like the whole term, like it gets better. It's like, yeah, that's right, because people move
You
on
actually
and people
posted,
forget about
I
things.
think it was a tweet that you were like, it was something about like proof it does get better after high school or something.
Oh,
It was, like,
yeah.
a picture of you in high school and then like.
oh yeah, and that one got backlash.
I'm sure.
Because
Here's the thing.
course it
You know,
does.
No matter
yeah.
like once you get to a certain like popularity in anything that you do,
oh, I've
there's-
noticed.
Oh,
no
yeah.
matter what it is, even if you're just like, I got this new shirt.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, that's fucking terrible. Like, do you know like who made that shirt or where it came from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter what you do,
bad.
it's always gonna be met with criticism and love.
Yeah.
Probably more love.
Just gotta.
There
take
is
the
more
love.
love, but like that you just notice
Yes.
the negative.
Yeah, you do for sure.
Sometimes when I'm like trying to explain something, John will do this thing where he just
I'm
like,
just listening. I'm listening.
no, you're a
I'm
good
listening.
listener, but it's also just like,
Sorry,
saying
I will just
I'm
look
kidding.
at my water.
I'm kidding.
And I will just sit here.
Don't look at anyone else.
Sorry.
well, while you do that, let me tell you about snow. This episode of Always Open is brought to you by Snow and John's coughing. Everyone wants their home to look and feel great. Luckily, Snow makes it incredibly simple. They create trend-proof, beautiful, functional pieces made for how you live. Snow makes luxury essentials for every room in your home, minus the markup. They partner directly with master craftsmen to create beautiful, simple products that are made to last. Like their super soft, award-winning sheets and fluffy duvets, or luxurious air-spun cotton towels and robes. Ooh. They also have a super durable, dishwasher-safe porcelain dinnerware and wine glasses with titanium-enforced stems. I should get some of those.
Yeah.
Imagine all the dinner parties you could host. It's the home collection of your dreams priced for your reality. Impress your guests with the dinnerware or slip into an awesome night of sleep with their incredibly soft sheets. Can confirm. Very, very comfortable, very soft. You simply can't go wrong when you choose Snow. And right now, Snow is offering our listeners $30 off your first purchase of $150 or more when you go to snowhome.com/open. That's SNOWE home.com/open to get $30 off your first order. Again, snowhome.com/open for your special offer. Thank you, Snow.
I liked the what do they say, the of your dreams but price for your reality, something like that.
price for your reality.
It's like the new version of being a champagne baller on a beer budget.
Oh yeah, you nailed that quote.
Oh yeah, sorry. There you
Very
go.
true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Snow. We're gonna finish up with our box of issues question.
Oh yeah.
You should put dry ice in there next time.
Ooh, John, you're a genius, John.
Oh my God, yeah.
I did it. I contributed to this company for once.
All right, here's our box of issues
This
question.
is bothering me.
I have a friend that I've had a crush on since I met her 2 years ago. I've grown to greatly appreciate her friendship, but I have never been able to get over the crush despite trying to date other people over the years. I know she is also bi, and sometimes I've even thought maybe the feelings were returned, but I also know she has stated she doesn't date anymore when we discuss relationships other friends are in. Part of me thinks I should just confess so that at the very least I can move on, but then I worry that I'll basically be making my feelings for her a problem. Do you have any advice for how to handle this situation?
You kind of went through something similar, right?
Yeah, I did.
You had a
Very public too.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say you're coming out.
Oh yeah, didn't you?
Your coming out video was-
follow-up video or something you did?
Yeah. So the reason I realized, look, the person, I don't know how to word that. Like, basically, I had a crush on this girl the first time I met her. It's actually one of my closest friends now. Her name's Dodie. She's also.
Love Dodie.
Yeah.
Her music is beautiful.
Yes, it is really great.
You're like, can't confirm.
No, but like there's also like another factor of both of us have our own audiences, so it's just like,
She's bi too.
yeah,
Yay!
exactly.
So it's very much like the situation?
Yeah.
Bis are taking over. Fuck everybody.
Hey.
Bye, bye, bye. That's what it's about.
I'll let you have it.
It was
Sorry.
kind of like an unspoken thing for a while. Like it's something like as soon as the coming out video was posted, because in the coming out video I described my crush, and it's like
It's so obvious.
to the T.
Yeah.
And like we never talked about it. And then I did a video where I threw her a surprise prom, and I titled the video "I Threw My Crush a Prom," and like.
my God.
Okay, well that's not subtle at all.
Oh no, but like we never talked about it. Like it was just kind of a thing. Like, and then like she like would ask questions like, "Do you think the girl has seen the coming out video?" I go, "Oh, yeah." And she like we both know. Like both of us are like, and so like I got to the point where around February last year, I got over it.
Yeah.
And things because we became actually really good friends.
Because you found out she was really terrible.
Yeah, no, genuinely. I tell her that. I'm like, I noticed your flaws.
You're so honest. I love it.
That's actually, it's probably really true.
Yeah.
I noticed your flaws.
But I love her more. But like, love her like, as a friend. And she, yeah. And so I made a video, talking about it and talking about the crush and how it helped and like, you know, how I'm grateful that it happened because it like the coming out video came out of it. I was able to come to terms with my sexuality.
Did she ever confront you about it?
No, I sent her the video link.
And did she ever say anything?
Wait,
Yeah,
that's how she found. That's how she.
Yeah.
But the whole world knew it was her.
That's how she operates.
Yeah, and then the next day I posted the video online. It's called, you can watch it, it's called Confessing My Feelings to My Crush.
Gotcha. Now we know the backstory.
But yeah, no, it went really well. It went really well. It was more of us just talking about how she kind of always knew, and then like, and just like, it's like a love fest basically. But that's, to be fair, I think Dodie is just really great with that, and she's just an amazing friend and an amazing person.
You never
So
know what kind of
I don't know what situation that is, so
Right.
it's really depends on the person. Because some people, I know for me, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Yeah.
I just do not want to deal with that.
Yeah.
And that sucks. But like, it's just that's more on me. Like my maturity level with that is not strong, and I feel like Dodie's was really strong. So it depends on what the maturity level is.
I mean, she is 29.
Oh, true.
yeah.
Did not
She's
take
an
that in.
old
I am.
bitch.
Yeah.
So, you know, us being the 29-year-old women in the world,
Oh, yeah.
very mature.
Nope, I am in my mid-30s and I still have like crushes on people that I've never told them. And it's just been
Oh,
like
100%.
Like
Oh,
that's just
really?
something. Yeah, like there's
Oh, yeah.
people that's
it
like
never
I just,
fades. It never ends.
mean,
What is this bug?
there's a bug.
I don't know.
No, there's like some people that you just get a crush on, but it's just it's like for whatever reason, you know, it just never work out or just never connects. That
Crushes
kind
are
of thing.
fun.
And sometimes they fade
most of
some,
the time.
yeah, because sometimes they are just like something that you know burns up for a little bit and then something causes
Yeah.
it to kind of fade away. Others, it's like, well, I still like that person, but like. Just like anything else in life, there's a lot of things in life that you're going to come across that you want but you can't have, and crushes are that as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to accept that that's just something that you're not going to get, and you're going to move on to finding something else eventually. And it may not happen soon. It may not happen in 2 years. It may happen in years beyond that. But it is there. I think crushes are similar to anything in life where sometimes there are things you can't have.
Well, I think with this person, it seems like it's bothering them, like having.
Then move away.
Oh really?
No, I don't know.
Oh, really?
Well, she
Get the fuck out.
I wouldn't do that. She does mention she met her 2 years ago, and she really appreciates the friendship, but she
Yeah.
does have this crush that hasn't gone away, and even though she's tried to date other people.
Well,
And that's
I'm like
tough.
you though. Don't tell me.
yeah, here's the thing. When I get crushes, I need them to know. I need to get off.
Wait, so you're the opposite?
the-
Yeah, but I
So
don't
don't
wanna-
tell me, but I'm gonna tell you immediately.
Because I always, it's gonna sound really self-deprecating, but I know that's never, with all my crushes at least thus far, I know they're never gonna work out.
Yeah.
And so that's why I just want them to know, to get it off my chest, so it's not an elephant in the room. And so, but
Tell them why you still have the crush, or after you like have gotten over it.
Usually I just make it really obvious, and then
Like making a video.
Like making a video so
guys, I can't even describe how like it's so bad at like meet and greets and at conventions because it always gets brought up.
Of
Like,
course.
it can't escape from it.
How
but,
could you? Yeah.
Sorry, well, this person I don't know what to tell them.
It's tough, but like, I feel like for 2 years, if you're dealing with this, and
2 years is a long time.
like, yes, if you do confess your crush to them, it could
backfire.
have multiple endings. It could be
Yeah.
like, oh, I reciprocate those feelings. Let's look into this. It could be, I don't reciprocate these feelings, but I value our friendship too, so let's continue that. Or it could be, I don't reciprocate those feelings. Now I'm awkward around you.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how to continue this.
Yeah.
That
which
would
is
be
like-
us.
I feel like probably the worst outcome.
That's you and John.
You should have.
Talk to me.
I think if you need to have a game plan if you are going to confront it.
Yeah.
And if you would like to be the one who is going to tell the person, then be prepared and have a game plan of what you're going to do with all the options of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Because yeah, it is going to change things no matter what.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
inevitable if you're going to say. Otherwise, not internalize it, but learn to process it in your own time and in your own way that doesn't involve affecting this other person. That's your two options that you can take.
Yeah.
Or move away. You know,
Or
that's also an
just
option.
Move to Ottawa, Canada.
Just move
Why
to
not?
Ottawa, Canada. Because no one's
Yeah.
there.
Exactly.
I mean, I've definitely been in this situation on both sides where I've had feelings for a friend and was like, well, this will just die within me because how am I gonna,
Yeah.
How'd you get over your crush on me?
I'm still working on it, John.
Okay,
Still working on
gets
it.
better.
Well, God, I hope so, but that chest hair, what really drives me
You know
wild?
what Meryl loves
that
is
mustache.
male chest hair.
Good old male chest hair and
Nothing
mustache.
more than I love with a man with hair.
You can't even say it naturally.
Love men.
Love men.
Men with hair.
Yeah, I'm sorry, John. You're a very attractive man.
Thank you. You complimented my fingernails once when I had nail polish on. It was a very meaningful moment.
Oh, well, I did notice.
You didn't compliment my fingernails.
Well, your hands are
Yours are
great.
fine.
I painted
Your
them
fingernails are great.
2 minutes before the show started. Instagram.
But I know I've talked about this on the show before. One of my best friends in college, basically, she told me that she had feelings for me, and it was super tough because she was my. Here's the thing about the gays is that it's very incestuous. Like, one person has dated all the people, and you're all intertwined. And for me, that was like one of my biggest things that I didn't want to be a part of because she was my roommate's ex-girlfriend. And I was just like, even besides all the feelings, like that is like a number one deterrent for me. And it sucked because I really did like her as a friend, and maybe there would have been something, but like for me it was just like this isn't gonna ever happen.
Well, what happened to your friendship after?
It was awkward. It sucked for like 2 months, and then we got over it, and now we're still really good friends. I mean, now that's been years after college, and I actually just saw her this weekend and like stayed with her, and she's dating someone who's great, and I'm dating someone who's great. So like, it was scary because I did think that like the friendship was gonna end, but I think because I was the one who like was told that, then
You're the recipient.
yeah, I was
of
a
it.
recipient of the news, then I was like, okay, well, I still want this person in my life, and like, if we can handle this in a mature way, then like, I think it's gonna be fine. And it was. But then again, I have had it backfired. Like, I did have a friend who wasn't everyone just likes me, you guys. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should make a video.
You're a very likable person.
But I did have a friend who confessed feelings to me, and it did not go well, and like, that friendship ended, and it sucks, but at
It's
the same time,
it's
like,
how
I'm
I'm
both
not thinking
people-
about it. I don't think anyone's ever confessed feelings for me, ever. I think it's always been me coming on to someone else.
I mean, it happens.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm happy.
I think.
yeah, yell about it.
I feel like I've There was someone who
Ooh,
Hey, spill it.
expressed their interest in you.
To you, maybe.
It was
Maybe, yeah, maybe to me.
Yeah, I'm saying to me. It was Mariel saying it to
Oh,
Barbara
right.
about.
She did whisper in my ear.
I'm sorry, but you saying the gays are all just entangled and twined just made me think of the Pokemon Tangela, and I just want Tangela to be the queer icon that we all need her to be.
Yeah. In this situation, I would say tell her.
Yeah,
Personally,
you're gonna go for Teller?
I would say tell her, but I would say
Bring smoke bombs.
maybe
Bye.
do your best at saying like I would feel better telling you this and being honest with you about how I feel, but there's no pressure in
Yeah.
terms of like if you don't reciprocate those feelings or whatever, I still really value our friendship.
Yes.
And like
Just slide
even
that
if you
little-
don't reciprocate it, like I'll be okay. It might be painful for a day or two or whatever, like if we need time to take that apart, but like ultimately I'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the not knowing and like constantly pining can be super detrimental.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
You go junior high route and just have a friend go ask.
Oh yeah, just
Slip a note.
Hey, do you like Stephanie?
give me her number.
Do you like Stephanie?
Circle yes. No, maybe.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I've had crushes where I was like, I will never tell this person. Like, this is going to my grave.
Yeah.
For different situations, like, I don't know. I would say if you're both single, then why not?
Why not?
What's to lose except a great friendship? But
Yeah.
I think if you go into it and you with the expectations like this may not work out,
Yeah.
and may not work in the way I want it to, and you're honest and you're like cool with it, then
That's the best you could hope for, really.
yeah, girl.
Sometimes you don't get to tell your crushes, you have crushes on them.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Like, I just haven't gotten to tell Keanu yet.
Keanu.
Well, we actually have Keanu
Fuck
here.
you, yes,
Come on
Keanu.
out.
What do you mean, really, Keanu?
He's cute.
He's all right. Yeah.
You don't get to decide whether or not Keanu's
I can
cute.
still find men attractive.
Yeah, you can. I'm just kidding.
Then you.
Hey,
Keanu needs
we
to be on that
outnumbered
list.
you today.
Oh shit.
Ah, the queers.
We. Oh, and Texas.
We got.
Oh my God, you've been decimated, Barbara.
Get out of here. Get out of
Get
here.
off.
It's true. No, I'm just kidding.
did it.
I love my LGBTQ A+
There you go.
community.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Look at you, all the letters.
I was like, did I do it in the proper order?
I don't even get all the letters right.
Yeah.
I just make sure to always add the plus,
Oh,
so
the
they know
plus.
everyone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like one of the best things about life is getting to meet different types of people and learn about different types of people. Because like, if there's one type of person, it's so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Like, surround yourself with different people. Hell yeah.
There you
Learn
go.
about different interests and cultures and
Ooh.
everything.
Oh yes.
I'm punching the air.
Just don't punch John.
I don't think we can get better than that. Any last thoughts for our anonymous female?
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
Send us a
Know how it
follow-up.
goes. Yeah.
We're always taking questions, always open at
Let us know if you move
roosterteeth.com.
away.
Yeah. If you move away to Ottawa.
Yeah. I'll meet
friends.
you there.
Yeah,
They
got a
can, they can stay with you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
You got room in your mom's house?
Yeah. On the couch.
Don't go during the winter, it's very cold there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just stopped snowing.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, well, before we go, we also mentioned this previous week, but we wanted to remind you guys that we will be in Nashville from May 31st to June 2nd for PodX. Come learn how podcasts are made, network with other podcast fans, and meet your favorite podcasters like me and Mariel, who will be there representing Always Open with some other crew from the broadcast team. You can get your tickets at podx.com/always. That's podx.com/always. We hope to see you there. And one final note, this is episode 99
90.
We're done.
of Always Open.
We're done.
Yes.
Very special episode. So we have episode 100 coming up, and we're going to do it live as a little special treat. And so I believe that will be April 29th
Yes.
at 11 a.m.
Yes.
April 29th at 11 a.m. So we'll be
What
live.
time zone?
Central.
Central.
Thank you, Elle.
Ooh.
So hopefully you'll be free to come watch. If not, the video will be uploaded the next day. And come celebrate 100 episodes.
100 episodes.
With us.
101 we're blasting off to the moon.
Yes.
Well, you gonna get hammered for the
Oh,
next?
I'll have to show you some of the clips.
You get 1 week off and
Please.
1 week on.
Oh,
Is that how it
God.
works?
That's how you do it.
I'm never doing it again.
Well, thank you so much for joining us,
Elle,
Elle.
thank
Where
you.
are they going to see Elle stuff?
Oh, yeah. Tell us about where to find you.
YouTube.com/Elle of the Mills.
Okay.
And then if you look up Elle Mills on any other social media. You should find it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Fine, the one and only.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure having you. Our official youngest guest we've ever had.
Yeah. Where's the
Yay.
banner?
Yeah.
We're gonna get a
Better.
baby next time.
And John, thank you for
Oh.
joining us as well. Mary.
Oldest person. No, not oldest. You've had much older people. Yeah.
Nolan North is probably
Probably.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say Nolan North is probably the oldest.
He's like 40 something.
But
I won't say it. I won't guess. I feel like that's rude. Cheers, my
Cheers.
friends. Cheers.
Huzzah.
Well, hello there, YouTube. Did you enjoy that episode of Always Open? Give it a like. Subscribe to the Rooster channel for more of this and many other shows. And maybe while you're here, watch another video. Yeah.